What is the role of the listening chair? This question comes from Stefan in Napier, New Zealand. Boy, New Zealand. Terry and I are we're doing it this winter. Our winter, we're heading to New Zealand. We're gonna see that place. Might even rent one of them motorhomes. Sounds like fun. Hey Paul, what are your thoughts on the role of the listening chair? Many of us spend hours and lots of money on optimizing the system in the room, but does the chair get forgotten? Height in relationship to the drivers and comfort are obvious considerations, but how much thought is given to room reflections around the ears? I use a high back chair with a soft throw to minimize reflections around the head area, and I see you use high back chairs in your listening rooms. Often, a lower back chair is recommended to keep the head in clear air. But can this cause problems with reflections from the rear of the room? Is there a perfect solution? Love the videos, they're so informative. Been a happy PS Audio customer since the days of the PS4 preamplifier and 2C power amp. Wow, no kidding. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That takes me way back. That's in the, that was in the 80s, 70s and 80s, which seems like a long time ago now. Well, the listening chair is a critical component in a listening room. Now let's separate out, because you've got, most people are living room listeners. And by that I mean they don't have a dedicated listening chair, and by that I mean they certainly don't have a dedicated listening room. So the vast majority of people are listening in their living rooms. They've got a set of speakers and some equipment in their living room, and they'll use a couch or whatever. But then the next step up from that is living room listeners with dedicated furniture. And then the step up from that is when we take over the basement or a room or something, we have a dedicated listening room, which unfortunately not many of us are able to have. And it is such a joy to have a dedicated listening room, a 2-channel. Forget the home theater. I mean, oh God. Now I'm lucky because I have both. I got a home theater and I have casual listening in my living room. And I got, but hey, I would have to say I'm unusual. Hey, that guy's weird. Yeah, I prefer unusual. Well, first off, our older listening room had high back chairs, those ones from IKEA, the Boan chairs, and they were kind of this wooden shaped wood chair that were real comfy and cheap. And yeah, they had high backs, but I took off the pillow in back, because and they weren't ideal, but you do what you do what you can afford at the time, and we couldn't afford real expensive chairs. Years later, now that we've built this magnificent building at PS Audio Family Headquarters, we have been able to put out a few more bucks for nice rooms and nice chairs. And that was one of the first things we did. These chairs are magnificent. They're terrific because, well, first off, they swivel. Now I'm looking at another pair of speakers, and then of course I can just turn around, whoop, 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 and listen here, or I can turn around and listen here. It's pretty cool. So that's why we got these swivels, and they're kind of nice, if you're talking, you can just kind of, because I'm a nervous tick kind of guy, right? But these chairs are lovely because you'll notice that the back is not so high. See where my head is? It is clear, yet they're extremely comfortable. My wife Terry picked these out, and I mean, she went through everything. These happen to come from a store, I think it's a nationwide store. Hey, I'm Mr. Shopping Challenged. I don't know nothing. I don't like to shop. If I do my shopping, I do it on Amazon. I get dragged to the malls because I am a loyal, faithful husband. I try and look interested. I really do. And the best times for me when I go to the mall is when I hang around for the requisite amount of time, then I escape and I walk around and look at, because I'm a fan of how things are merchandised. But anyway, I'm not a shopper. But these come from a store called West Elm. Again, I don't have a clue if that's just a local store. I think it's international or U.S. Made in China. You know, they were $300 or $400 or $500 a piece. I don't know. They were in the hundreds of dollars. Extremely comfortable. Not too wide, so that we can have 3 people listening, and swivel. But the back part, my head is unencumbered. And that's what you want. Don't worry about reflections from the rear wall. They are part of the natural experience. And if you have problems with them, you're going to want to do something like diffusers or whatever separately, but don't do it with the chair. Something like this is absolutely perfect. In Music Room 2 with the IRS 5, we've got some really cool chairs there that we got designed within reach, maybe. I don't know. Terry will probably shoot me because I'm getting it all wrong. This one I actually looked underneath and saw, so I'd sound like I knew what I was talking about when I came on the video. But those don't swivel, but they still have the same thing. But these are my favorites, and these suckers are outstanding. Okay, thanks. Talk to you tomorrow.